Hey ladies, and welcome. My name's Heather Petherick. I'm the veteran success coach for female business leaders of style, wit, and substance. In the last couple of days, we have been talking about the lonely leader syndrome and how it is one of the biggest pitfalls that I see, especially talented, well-educated, and incredibly skilled women business leaders fall into that can cripple their success and, in a way, cut back their impact. So last Friday, we talked about the first stage of the lonely leader syndrome. Thumbs up if you joined me on that. And it was all about, stage one is what I call where we ante up, where we maybe make a major investment in our business to grow and expand operations, or we step up into a new level of leadership and authority in our career. Whatever this anteing up stage is all about, it is the first stage of the lonely leader syndrome. A cascade of events and circumstances that can start to cripple a woman's success. And in today's video, I'm talking about the second stage of the lonely leader syndrome, which is this, the OMG, oh my gosh stage, where the weight of the responsibilities and obligations and scope of your goals really starts to sink in. So post a heart or a thumbs up if you ever felt like you've been in the oh my gosh stage, where you've gotten past the initial excitement and the adrenaline rush of anteing up or stepping up in your business and career, and now the weight of that decision starts to sink in. Thumbs up if that relates to you. In this second stage of the lonely leader syndrome, the oh my gosh, it's where we begin to isolate, and that's what makes the lonely leader syndrome so damaging to a woman in business. Whether you are leading a massive team or if it's just you and a couple of part-time employees, whatever the stage and scope of your responsibilities are, when we start to feel the weight of our ambitions, the goals, the plans that we have set out for us, and we're pointing the way for our team, this can start to create isolation for a woman in business. This is where we start to buckle down, we get really busy, and this is where we can start to very consciously and strategically eliminate distractions. So think about when you buckle down, you focus, you get busy, and you eliminate unnecessary distractions so that you can stay on target and continue to move the needle for your ambitions. There are two things you need to know about removing those necessary distractions. Number one is there are things that you can and should eliminate from your focus when you become a new leader or a leader at another level. Conversations of drama, complaining, and blaming absolutely need to be evicted from your life. As a woman who's pointing the way not only for your clients but your team, you do not have time and energy to be wasting on lower level conversations that drain your energy or distract you from having truly powerful and empowering thoughts and actions. So there are things that you must eliminate from your life. This can also include old networking groups or communities that are no longer serving you. And as a woman in business, as you continue to grow and evolve, this is a natural process that we must go through. But unfortunately, I see a lot of women in business beat themselves up and feel guilty for outgrowing old networking groups, old masterminds, or old colleagues and mentors, when in fact, it's a sign of success that you continue to grow and expand and also need to up-level who you're hanging out with. So, side note here, I want you to, if this resonates with you, give yourself a little bit of love and permission and take it as a sign of success that you are outgrowing old communities, old networking partners, old masterminds, or mentors. It is a sign of success if you feel like who used to inspire and support you isn't cutting it any longer. It doesn't mean that you are a snob or you've gotten too big of a head. It just means that you continually grow, and so too must your supports and your community members. So absolutely, one of the keys to surviving and escaping this second phase of the lonely leader syndrome is to strategically look into your life and from a dispassionate, from almost like a third-party view, identify what are the distractions or involvements that are no longer serving and supporting you and really pulling you up to that next level thinking, the next level strategies that you must have to succeed at the next level. Now, but part of this eliminating distractions can also, there can be a, while it's necessary, there can also be, just looking at my notes here, it can also be detrimental if we are not replacing those things that we are eliminating with new levels of inspiration, new levels of support, and next level strategies. So there's this natural, if you can imagine, that two things need to simultaneously happen for a woman in business that's in the lonely leader syndrome. Number one, you need to dial back the distractions or involvements that are not serving and inspiring you. And you need to dial up at the same time the caliber, the quality, and the consistency of the supports and inspirations you are receiving. So dial down the things that you've outgrown and replace those with supports and inspirations and community members that are at your next level. But what often happens is in this second phase of the, oh my gosh, buckling down of the lonely leader syndrome, is that we replace things that we've outgrown, mentors, coaches, community members, but we don't replace them with next level conversation, next level mastermind partners. And that's where we can very quickly get into the third stage of the lonely leader syndrome, which is what I call, dun 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 dun, the deep freeze. So I'm going to be talking about that third stage tomorrow in my live video. But for now, just a quick recap, ladies, that there are 4 stages of the lonely leader syndrome. The first is anteing up, going for it big in your business or your career. It could be a financial investment or a new commitment to lead at a higher level. The second stage, which I've talked about just now, is that, oh my gosh, the weight of your responsibilities starts to really be felt. And that's where there's an important shift that needs to be made for a woman in business in a leadership role. You need to dial back the supports, community members, conversations that are no longer serving you and that you've naturally outgrown and do not need to feel guilty about. But at the same time, and where many women I see miss, is that they're not replacing those things with next level conversations, supports, mastermind members, and guidance. A higher level, a next level to replace the ones that you've outgrown. So that is one of the key strategies to getting through and getting beyond the lonely leader syndrome stage 2. If this resonates with you and you know you are a woman on the rise in your career or in your business and feel like it's time to evolve and grow into next level supports, strategies, and thinking, then I want you to know that you have an incredible opportunity right now to join my Unshakable Business Leader program. It is the next level for a woman in business who's truly going for it. High caliber mastermind partners, proven accountability and coaching from a veteran coach like myself. If that's of interest to you, you have until March 1st to take a look at this opportunity, which is when this program kicks off for 2019. If that's of interest to you, drop a comment below. I'll also include a link of where you can apply to take a look more closely at this opportunity. It is not for everyone. It is only for the established female entrepreneur and well-established business leader who is truly going for it in 2019 and wants to send old conversations, old connections, and perhaps outgrown community members lovingly on their way and upgrade, bring in new inspiration, new support, and new mastermind conversation to support her success in 2019. So, any other comments, questions, ladies, as I am signing off for this quick nugget of inspiration for you as a woman in business? We're talking again about the lonely leader syndrome and how it can cripple your success, what it's all about, and how to get out of it, or in a way, the prescription for solving the lonely leader syndrome and its 4 nasty stages. So thanks for joining me. Post your comments and questions below if you are catching the replay. And tomorrow morning, I'll be joining you with phase 3 of the lonely leader syndrome, which is what I call the deep freeze. Kind of timely given the weather in the Northern Hemisphere right now. So thanks for joining me, Tracy, and the rest of you beautiful ladies. Comments and questions below. I'll drop a link where you can get more information about the Unshakable Business Leader Program in 2019. Thanks, ladies. Take care till tomorrow.